Welcome back to the KickNPost YouTube channel. Welcome back to our new series, Must See UFC Fights. Two of the fights we've covered in the past have taken place at UFC 276, and this fight I feel like would have the potential to headline its own UFC pay-per-view. It'd be the return of a UFC legend fighting against an exciting new fighter that only has about 4 fights in the promotion to date. Please continue to like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate you for the support. Enjoy the video. Conor's been away from the sport for a lengthy period of time, doing things like being on yachts, working out, getting swole, talking about boxing. And Chandler, who had a little rough stint after his UFC debut, has reintroduced himself to the UFC world with that front kick, squishing Tony Ferguson's face into a little raisin shape, kind of setting the highlight film, The World on Fire. Has the opportunity, in my opinion, with this matchup, to make even more noise, to make some money, make some bread. Get Conor his opportunity to come back to the UFC with an exciting name, and probably spark one of the bigger pay-per-views. You know, if Conor's attached to it, it always creates a very big pay-per-view buy. In my opinion, if they make it this year, 2022, what do you think?
Man, I think that would be electric. Both really great talkers outside of the ring. Obviously, Michael Chandler called out Conor. Fits perfectly. Conor will be coming back here pretty soon, hopefully. Who knows what kind of form he's in, though. But
Bad.
any fight with Conor is going to be entertaining. Everyone shows up. Everyone buys it. Even when you expect, like, I feel like in Poirier 3, like, everyone was kind of expecting Dustin to win.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, there was always that off chance.
Yeah, which a lot of people ride with the off chance when it comes to Conor. The name draws more than the performances have lately. But like you said, at this point in time, if we're setting up Conor fights, we're really setting up hoping that he'll show up in some type of form to stand and bang. And in my opinion, especially with the series we're putting together, we only want to see him in stand and bang fights. Am I tripping or?
No, you're definitely not tripping.
Okay.
Every time we've seen Conor go to the ground, it's been a mauling ever since. God, what was the short guy's name? He's a midget, not a midget, but
I'm not sure.
he stepped in. It was Let me not waste too much time on it. Yeah, he got up at the end with 30 seconds left and he knocked him out.
Ooh, I'm trying to remember because he was talking a lot of smack. I gotta check it. I know I'm not supposed to check it on the vid, but I gotta check it now. It
was Uriah Faber's boy. I can't remember his name.
I know. I'm looking right now. Hold on.
I'm gonna get it. Anyway, you look it up. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go. Chad Mendes.
Every time, Chad Mendes.
Yes.
He got up, knocked him out, but every other time, anyone's taking him down, which is literally just Khabib and then Dustin. Dustin was mauling this man on the ground. Really exposed that side of the game. And Conor was probably in his prime one of the best at defending the takedown. As long as it wasn't in the third round. Anything past the third round.
I think the way he fights, especially as of late, you're hoping for the first 2 rounds to be successful for him because I think the gas tank is low. I don't see the same kind of fire in Conor. It's hard to have that same type of fire when there's other opportunities out there for you. But I do feel like Chandler will be able to bring out a lot in him. And hopefully Chandler would bring the same fighting style that he's brought so far in the UFC, which has been to stand and throw hands. A very legitimate wrestler, especially collegiate wrestler. But since joining the UFC especially, has he really had a fight where he's gone for multiple takedowns? I haven't seen it.
See, I don't know. Attempts versus actually succeeding.
Yeah.
Some people just shoot just to initiate a grapple.
Yeah.
So.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's not that many attempts even with the implication of we're going to get into a grapple exchange. I feel like he's been really all about the electricity. He wants to bring eyes to his fights. He wants to create big pay-per-view opportunities, and unfortunately, technical fighting and wrestling don't really get you pay-per-view buys. What gets you pay-per-view buys are knockouts. What gets you in Dana's good graces are highlight performances. So I feel like he's already seen that side of the business, and then he's leaning to that more when he goes into his fights, rather than, oh, let me 22 minutes ground control, get this W, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Like, and you want your name to sell. That's like the only thing that matters.
Because they're
And
not paying you
obviously,
otherwise.
yeah, exactly. And shit, they not even paying you if you sell
The facts. Ngannou was really that guy, and he ain't getting paid either.
Michael Chandler, unlike Ngannou, has a character outside of the game. Like Ngannou, I mean, he's not the best English speaker versus Michael Chandler, who makes amazing press conferences. His call out after really good. The showmanship is there versus Ngannou, who, like I said, doesn't really speak very well English, and he's kind of just like, yeah, I'll show up and knock you out.
Pretty much, which you feel like would be enough. But like you said, being that character is a huge side to the game. And you'd have two of the biggest characters, I feel. Well, Kobe. I can't leave Kobe out, but I feel like Chandler and Conor McGregor are very high-level speakers, very high-level characters in the game. Even though Conor's recent performances have diminished his I don't want to say his, crap talking skills or shit talking skills, but it's hard to come from a point of like, oh, I'm really that guy when we've seen you defeated, demoralized, choked out,
Broken foot.
tapped out. Yeah, broken leg, across the ring, well, across the octagon, still trying to spew hatred towards Poirier in the midst of you being in one of the most horrific injuries of your career. So it's hard to look at a guy like Conor and him come with that like kind of vitriol when he talks smack, and he hasn't had the performances to back it up. If we're really worried about Conor's career, which I feel like he's etched in stone, Hall of Fame, even though he's gone through all of this, double champ,
Yeah, of course.
multiple divisions, right? He's goated in that regard. If we were really worried about his career, we would want to see him against somebody with way less talent. I'm not trying to spoil any futures, but him against Jorge feels like an automatic fight to make, based on my opinion of how Jorge fights. If he had ended on that Donald Cerrone fight, that would have been perfect. That would be the last image of Conor. That would have been dope. But I feel like they should be doing the reverse of giving him to guys that are clearly active, way above his level at this point in time. Just to get that huge pay-per-view buy and make money for both guys. If it's me, I would give Conor somebody of way lesser talent and let the legend walk out on his own regard. But if we're going to give him Chandler, we got to start seeing how this fight would go. I think Chandler is way more explosive at this point in his career. I think Chandler would make this one a quick finish. I think Chandler would go in there with a lot of aggression. I don't think Conor would be able to match that aggression. And I would have Chandler really exploding off the mat with some type of TKO to KO situation. I don't see a submission in this matchup at all. How do you see it playing out with these two?
And I see at least 2 rounds of fireworks.
At least 2 rounds,
if not less, because assuming that this is a main event, I don't want to see Conor in a 4th round. I think he'll just get dominated. He'll be too tired. But I think in the early rounds, I think Conor will have the better of the stand-up. Obviously, he's very aggressive in the first rounds anyway. He'll definitely be pushing forward, looking to land that left. I think he might catch him too. I mean, Conor's probably got a really big reach advantage. I don't have the numbers pulled up, but the reach advantage will be there. Obviously, the height advantage is there. Michael Chandler's really short. Probably as short as you.
I didn't know we're sending shots, but all right.
Nah,
I'm explosive off the mat.
Oh.
So we have a lot of things in common. Hit you with the left hook. You see how fast it is?
Yeah, at a certain number of subscribers, me and Amal are gonna fight in the ring.
Oh yeah, sign me up, bro. Pensacola Bay Center Arena. March 22nd, 2028. After we hit 100,000 subscribers, me and Otto, hosted by the Zone. Nah, let me stop it. Give me your prediction.
I got Conor by first round knockout. Mystic Mac.
You didn't even believe yourself. You really thought you're like, I got Conor by, man.
I don't like betting against Conor. I don't know.
But you don't, but it makes so much sense.
It makes so much
now.
sense, and
That's the problem. It's the right decision. He would be like plus 360 in that fight.
I don't.
There's
I
no
don't
way
know.
he'd be
I don't know if
favored.
it'll be plus 360.
He's supposed to be. Vegas would be eating because everybody would put money on Conor's side, talking about his free. Like, everybody would fall in love with the Conor underdog play. If I'm Vegas, I'm making it plus 500 even. Go ahead. Put your money on Conor. I would take that risk.
Don't need it.
Because I think he's past. I think he's past his prime, and Chandler is ascending still. And that's a bad matchup for legends. That's what I see. And unfortunately, in a lot of people's eyes, Conor is still that guy. And I'm here to tell y'all, I'm sorry. If I get hate for it, I'm sorry. He's no longer that guy. Let him hang it up. We're hearing talks of hopefully, well, not hopefully, we're hearing talks of possibly him versus Floyd too. Go ahead, do that.
Probably
right?
an exhibition, though, no?
Yeah, and I'd be okay with that. I want him to keep the weight on him. I'd want him to kind of fight Floyd like he fought, like how Logan fought Floyd. Bigger, heavier, maybe lay on him, maybe catch him with something. I feel like Conor heavier hitting Floyd would be more dangerous than Logan hitting Floyd. I feel like you would agree with that as well.
That's a fact.
So yeah.
Conor went 10 with him the first time, and that was a real fight.
Yeah, so I'd be okay with an exhibition between those two at this point in time. It would be fun to watch. I don't want to see him cut weight to get down to Mayweather's weight and them actually fight it out like with real boxing rules. Bro, at this point, give him like sock and bop 'em gloves. Those big inflatable ones. I'd watch that too. Just don't have this man in here with 4-ounce gloves with real killers trying to get him hurt so that Dana White could make more money to go to the casinos.
Hey, you're going on a hating UFC rant right there. Don't hate
Pay
on
your
Dana.
fighters.
Don't hate on Dana.
Pay your fighters.
Anyway, that's been episode 4. Sorry again about the long layover. We had some technical issues, then mixed in with vacation and family emergencies. But we are back, and episode 5 will be out soon. And on that
TBD.
note,
Hopefully 3 days after this one. Thank y'all for the continued support. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see y'all in the next one.
all right, y'all boys.